Can you still buy a house for less than the cost of a luxury car? Believe it or not, yes. While major cities have seen property prices skyrocket to jaw-dropping heights, there are still places in the US where real estate is shockingly affordable. But here's the catch. These hidden gems won't stay cheap forever. If you've ever dreamed of owning a home without drowning in debt, this list is for you. From charming small towns to up-and-coming cities, these states offer some of the best deals in the country, along with low taxes, growing job markets, and incredible scenery. Stick around until the end, because the number one state on this list might just blow your mind. Indiana. Indiana is one of those places that quietly remains a hidden gem until you realize just how much home you can buy for your money. If you're tired of skyrocketing housing costs but still want a thriving job market, solid infrastructure, and a place that actually feels like home, Indiana is calling your name. Let's talk numbers. The median home price in Indiana is $210,000, which is nearly 40% lower than the national average. Even in Indianapolis, the state's largest city, you can still find solid homes for under $250,000, while smaller cities like Fort Wayne and Evansville offer even better deals. Renting? Expect to pay around $1,000 for a one-bedroom in Indy and $700 to $800 in smaller towns. And the cost of living? A cool 12% below the national average, which means your money actually works for you instead of against you. But affordability isn't Indiana's only strong suit. The economy here is rock solid, with one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country. The state is a powerhouse in manufacturing, healthcare, and logistics, making it a prime spot for steady, well-paying jobs. The average salary hovers around $58,000, and with low property taxes and a flat state income tax of just 3.15%, your take-home pay actually stays in your pocket. And let's not forget about lifestyle. Sports fans? This is basketball country. The Indy 500, one of the biggest sporting events in the world. Outdoor lovers? The state has 24 stunning state parks, plus lakes, hiking trails, and peaceful countryside for a weekend escape. And for those craving city life, Indianapolis has a growing food, craft beer, and art scene that punches well above its weight. Sure, winters can be chilly, and if you're looking for year-round beach weather, this might not be your spot. But if you want a place where you can afford a great home, enjoy a high quality of life, and still have room to save, Indiana is an easy win. West Virginia. Imagine waking up to misty mountains, rolling green hills, and charming small towns where neighbors still know each other by name. Welcome to West Virginia, a place where the cost of living is as low as the peaks are high. This state is often overlooked, but savvy homebuyers are starting to take notice. The numbers speak for themselves. The median home price in West Virginia hovers around $160,000, a fraction of what you'd pay in most parts of the country. Rent? A steal at just $900 for a decent-sized apartment. And with some of the lowest property taxes in the US, you're not just saving on the purchase, you're keeping more money in your pocket every year. But affordability isn't the only thing West Virginia has going for it. The job market here is shifting, with new opportunities in healthcare, energy, and even remote tech jobs thanks to improved broadband access. Plus, if you work from home, imagine doing it with a view of the Appalachian Mountains instead of a cramped city apartment. Speaking of scenery, outdoor lovers will feel right at home. With miles of hiking trails, world-class whitewater rafting, and the breathtaking beauty of places like the New River Gorge, adventure is always within reach. And let's not forget the state's rich history. Whether it's the Civil War battlefields, historic coal towns, or the famous Greenbrier Resort. Sure, the economy in some areas still has room for growth, and not every small town is booming. But if you're looking for an affordable place to settle down, one where nature, community, and a low cost of living come together, West Virginia is calling your name. Kentucky. Ever dreamed of owning a home surrounded by rolling hills, horse farms, and some of the best bourbon distilleries in the world? Welcome to Kentucky, where real estate is still shockingly affordable, and the quality of life might just surprise you. First, the numbers. The median home price in Kentucky is around $190,000, making it one of the most budget-friendly states to buy property. Renters can find great deals too, with average rents hovering between $950 $250 per month. And if you're worried about property taxes, don't be. Kentucky has some of the lowest in the US, meaning you'll be keeping more of your hard-earned cash. But what makes Kentucky special? For starters, the economy is booming in cities like Louisville and Lexington, with job opportunities in healthcare, logistics, and even the thriving bourbon industry. Amazon, UPS, and Toyota all have major hubs here, so if you're looking for stable employment, Kentucky has options. Plus, with a lower cost of living, your paycheck stretches way further than it would in a big coastal city. And let's not forget Kentucky's breathtaking natural beauty. The state is home to Mammoth Cave National Park, the largest cave system in the world, as well as the stunning Red River Gorge, a paradise for hikers and rock climbers. Prefer something a little more laid back? How about the world-famous Kentucky Derby, where you can sip mint juleps and watch the most exciting 2 minutes in sports? Of course, Kentucky has its quirks. Winters can be unpredictable, and some rural areas have fewer job opportunities. But if you're looking for an affordable place to call home, with a mix of southern charm, career opportunities, and outdoor adventures, Kentucky is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. Missouri. What if I told you that you could own a home in a thriving city for less than the price of a studio apartment in Los Angeles? Welcome to Missouri, one of the most affordable and underrated states in the U.S. With a growing economy, vibrant culture, and some of the lowest home prices in the country, Missouri is a smart choice for anyone looking to buy property before prices climb. Let's start with the numbers. The median home price in Missouri is around $210,000, but in smaller cities and towns, you can still find homes for under $180,000. Renting? Expect to pay $900 to $300 per month for a decent apartment. And the best part? Missouri has no state sales tax on groceries, which means even your weekly shopping bill is lower compared to other states. Missouri's economy is thriving, especially in cities like Kansas City and St. Louis, where job opportunities are booming in healthcare, tech, and logistics. Did you know that St. Louis is one of the fastest-growing tech hubs in the Midwest? And if you prefer a smaller town vibe, Springfield offers a strong job market with an even lower cost of living. Plus, Missouri's central location means you're never too far from a weekend getaway, whether it's Chicago, Nashville, or Denver. But let's talk lifestyle. Missouri has something for everyone. Love the outdoors? The Ozark Mountains offer breathtaking hiking, crystal-clear lakes, and some of the best fishing spots in the country. A sports fan? Kansas City is home to the Super Bowl-winning Chiefs and some of the best barbecue in America. Yes, that's a fact. Prefer arts and culture? St. Louis has world-class museums, a thriving music scene, and, get this, a free zoo that's one of the best in the country. Sure, Missouri has its quirks. Winters can be unpredictable, and some rural areas are still catching up in terms of job growth. But if you're looking for a place where you can own a home without sacrificing quality of life, Missouri is a hidden gem that won't stay hidden for long. South Dakota. Here it is, the most underrated state for affordable living in America. South Dakota isn't just cheap. It's a place where you can actually build wealth while enjoying an incredible quality of life. Low taxes, strong job opportunities, and stunning landscapes. Check, check, and check. Let's start with real estate. The median home price in South Dakota is $245,000, making it one of the last places in the U.S. where home ownership is still within reach for the average person. Renters also win big, with apartments in Sioux Falls or Rapid City going for around $1,000 or less, and even cheaper in smaller towns. And the cost of living? A solid 11% below the national average. But the biggest financial advantage here? No state income tax. That's right, South Dakota is one of the few states where you keep every penny of your paycheck. Combine that with low property taxes and business-friendly policies, and it's no surprise that this state is attracting entrepreneurs, remote workers, and retirees in droves. And speaking of jobs, South Dakota's economy is booming. The state has an incredibly low unemployment rate, often below 3%, with major industries like finance, healthcare, and tourism driving growth. Sioux Falls, the largest city, has become a financial hub, while Rapid City is thriving with opportunities in tourism and small business. The average salary sits at $58,000, which stretches far thanks to the state's lower costs. But what about lifestyle? South Dakota is an outdoor lover's dream. Think Mount Rushmore, the Badlands, Custer State Park, and some of the most beautiful landscapes in the U.S. The state is packed with opportunities for hiking, fishing, and camping. And thanks to low crime rates and a strong sense of community, it's an ideal place to raise a family. Sure, winters can be cold, and if you're after big city nightlife, you might not find it here. But if you're looking for affordable living, low taxes, great job opportunities, and jaw-dropping scenery, South Dakota is hands down the best-kept secret in America. Alabama. What if I told you that you could own a home for less than the price of a year's rent in New York City? Sounds crazy, right? But in Alabama, that's just reality. This southern state is one of the most affordable places to live in America. And if you move now, you might just beat the rush. Let's talk numbers. The median home price in Alabama is around $200,000, and in some smaller towns, you can find houses for under $150,000. Renting? You're looking at $900 to $300 a month, depending on the city. And here's the best part. Alabama has one of the lowest overall tax burdens in the country, meaning you're not just saving on housing, you're saving on everything. But Alabama isn't just cheap, it's growing fast. Huntsville, for example, is booming with aerospace and tech jobs thanks to NASA and defense contractors. Birmingham, once an industrial hub, is now a hotspot for startups, healthcare, and finance. And with a lower cost of living, you can actually enjoy your income instead of watching it disappear into sky-high rent. Of course, Alabama's natural beauty is another major selling point. From the stunning beaches of Gulf Shores to the Appalachian foothills, this state has a little bit of everything. Want to spend your weekends hiking? Check. Prefer fishing on a quiet lake? Done. Or maybe you just want to enjoy some of the best barbecue in the country. Alabama's got you covered. Now, is Alabama perfect? No place is. Summers can be hot and humid, and some rural areas are still catching up in terms of infrastructure. But if you're looking for affordable real estate, a growing job market, and a laid-back lifestyle, Alabama might just be the best-kept secret in the U.S. North Dakota. You might not have North Dakota on your radar, but that's exactly why it's one of the smartest places to move right now. While other states battle inflation, high taxes, and unaffordable housing, North Dakota quietly remains one of the best places in the country for home buyers and job seekers alike. First, let's talk real estate. The median home price here is around $235,000, which is still well below the national average. But here's the real kicker. Property taxes are some of the lowest in the country, meaning your mortgage payment stays manageable. Rent? A one-bedroom in cities like Fargo or Bismarck will set you back around $1,000 or less, while smaller towns offer even cheaper options. With a cost of living almost 15% lower than the U.S. average, this is a place where you can actually get ahead financially. But what about jobs? North Dakota's unemployment rate is consistently one of the lowest in the country, often under 3%. The state thrives on energy, agriculture, and tech, with wages that outpace the cost of living. The average salary sits at $60,000, and thanks to no state income tax on Social Security, retirees find this place just as appealing as young professionals. And here's where North Dakota really shines: quality of life. If you love the outdoors, this state is paradise. Think endless hiking trails, pristine lakes, world-class fishing, and national parks like Theodore Roosevelt National Park, where bison still roam free. Fargo and Bismarck, the state's largest cities, offer a surprisingly vibrant cultural scene with great restaurants, breweries, and arts festivals. The downside? Yes, winters can be brutal. But if you're okay with snowy landscapes, cozy winters, and the kind of community where neighbors actually help each other, North Dakota might just surprise you. Oklahoma. Oklahoma might not be the first place that pops into your head when you think about affordable living, but that's exactly why it's a goldmine. With wide open spaces, a growing economy, and shockingly low housing prices, this state is one of the last great deals in America. Let's talk real estate. The median home price in Oklahoma sits at $190,000. Yes, you read that right. That's less than half of what you'd pay in states like Colorado or Texas. Renting? A one-bedroom apartment in Oklahoma City or Tulsa will run you about $1,000 or less, while smaller towns can be even cheaper. Add in a cost of living that's 17% below the national average, and you've got yourself an affordable dream. Now, what about jobs? Oklahoma's economy is a powerhouse in energy, aerospace, and agriculture, with a growing tech sector that's drawing in remote workers. The average salary is around $55,000, and with low property taxes and no state income tax on Social Security benefits, your money goes a long way. But Oklahoma isn't just about numbers, it's about lifestyle. Imagine a place where you can own acres of land instead of fighting for a tiny apartment. The state is packed with outdoor adventures, from the Great Plains to the Ozark foothills, and the cost of entertainment is just as low as everything else. Oklahoma City and Tulsa both offer thriving arts, music, and food scenes. And if you're a barbecue lover, you're in for a treat. The downside? Tornado season is real, and summers can get scorching. But if you can handle the weather, Oklahoma offers some of the best bang for your buck in the country. Want space, opportunity, and affordability? This might just be your next home. Mississippi. Looking for a place where you can buy a house for less than the price of a new Tesla? Welcome to Mississippi, where real estate prices are some of the lowest in the nation, but not for long. This southern gem is an affordable haven for homebuyers, offering low property costs, a laid-back lifestyle, and a growing economy that's turning heads. Let's talk numbers. The median home price in Mississippi is just $160,000, making it one of the cheapest places to own property in the U.S. Renting? You'll find comfortable apartments for $850–100 a month. And the best part? Mississippi has the lowest cost of living in the entire country, meaning your grocery bill, gas, and even dining out will cost significantly less than in most states. But Mississippi isn't just about affordability, it's also about opportunity. The economy here is diversifying, with growing industries in manufacturing, healthcare, and even aerospace. Jackson, the state capital, has seen a wave of new businesses and tech startups in recent years, while Gulfport and Biloxi are booming thanks to tourism, casinos, and a strong shipping industry. And let's talk about lifestyle. Mississippi is steeped in southern charm, with historic towns, stunning riverfront views, and some of the best comfort food you'll ever taste. From legendary barbecue joints to fresh Gulf seafood, this state is a food lover's dream. Love music? Mississippi is the birthplace of the blues, and cities like Clarksdale and Tupelo, Elvis Presley's hometown, keep that musical heritage alive. Sure, summers can be hot and humid, and some rural areas are still catching up in terms of infrastructure. But if you're looking for a place where your money goes further, where hospitality is a way of life, and where you can own a home without breaking the bank, Mississippi might just be your perfect fit. Arkansas. If you're looking for a place where your dollar stretches further than ever, Arkansas might just be your next home. With a mix of small-town charm, growing cities, and stunning natural beauty, this underrated state is a goldmine for affordable real estate. Let's talk numbers. The median home price in Arkansas is around $180,000. Yes, you read that right. Renting? You can find a solid apartment for $900–1,200 a month, depending on the city. And here's the kicker. Arkansas has some of the lowest property taxes in the country, meaning you're not just getting a cheap house, you're getting a cheap forever house. So what's the catch? Honestly, not much. The job market here is steady, with opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, and tech, especially in cities like Little Rock, Fayetteville, and Bentonville. Speaking of Bentonville, did you know it's the birthplace of Walmart? That's right. This little Arkansas town is now a buzzing business hub, attracting startups and entrepreneurs looking for an affordable place to grow. But let's not forget the real reason people love Arkansas: the great outdoors. From the stunning Ozark Mountains to the crystal-clear waters of Hot Springs National Park, this state is a paradise for hikers, boaters, and anyone who loves fresh air and open spaces. Imagine spending your weekends exploring lush forests, fishing in peaceful lakes, or even digging for diamonds at Crater of Diamonds State Park, the only public diamond mine in the world. Sure, the humid summers might take some getting used to, and certain rural areas still have limited job opportunities. But if you're looking for a state where you can own a home without selling your soul to a mortgage lender and still enjoy a high quality of life, Arkansas is definitely worth considering.